After Work Short Stories, episode 1. So this girl, I think first grade? First grade is barely above kindergarten, dude. First grade is absolutely above kindergarten. Not above in terms of like better, but just like in what they do, how they interact with me. Um, Whatever. First grade girl. Not the first time she had me, but the first time she had me a computer, we were at free time after they did enough of their work for me to be like, all right, I don't care about this anymore. You can do whatever you want. I've done enough. Usually it's when I've done enough is when I'm like, you can have free time now. And I've done enough pretty fast in that little computer room. It's pretty stupid. Regardless, this first grader, first time with her in computer class, I had her in the library. And she's playing this game on her computer, of course. And she comes up with her computer and she's like, oh, look at this cookie. Like, she made a cookie. Like, you could put sprinkles and pictures on the cookie. Not pictures, but like clip art, like preschool clip art. It's just like a fake, you're cooking a cookie thing. And she comes up to me with it. It's like, oh, it's delicious. I think she might have asked me what favorite, like what I like on my cookie. I'm not sure. Anyway, like, oh, nom 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 nom, and I like mime eating the like I'm like biting at the computer. Oh, that was yummy. That was a yummy cookie. And then she said, oh, it was doo-doo cookie. Or something like that. Nah, she didn't say doo-doo, right? She knows that that's potty language. But she's like, it's actually disgusting. I'm like, oh! Blah, 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 blah. Ew! How could you do this to me? How could you do this to me? And she's still doing it. This one joke. This was her third, maybe fourth time? Fourth. It was the fourth time she'd been in my class. Maybe the third since she started the joke. I'm not sure. But it's been a couple times now, and the gag has run short on me. Like, for me, dude, I can't think of anything funny to say to this anymore. And I did a lot of funny stuff. I had good variation on every time she came up. You know, eventually I'm like, you promise me? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, I'll eat it. And then it's disgusting. And then I'm like, okay, this time I'm serious right now. You know? Like, this time I'm super serious. I'm super serious. And that time it's good. Maybe it was the time after that. I think I told her when I was on the extra serious one, I was like, I'm not going to be your friend. Right now, you have lied to me 20 times. She's sitting there listening with her Chromebook in her hands. And she's like, I'm saying, this one, I don't trust you. I don't trust you anymore. She's like, oh. Like, this one is serious. If you give me a stinky cookie If you lie to me again and give me a stinky cookie, I'm never eating one of your... I can't trust you anymore. I can't trust you. And that one, I got a good cookie on. It was as advertised. She even embellished. She was like, it has blueberries and strawberries, and it has... This one has watermelons. Like, oh, that sounds amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I'm so happy it was a good cookie and not a stinky cookie. Of course, you know, the next one's a stinky cookie. Because I'm not serious on the next one. I'm like, oh, I trust you implicitly now, is what I open with probably on the next one. Like, oh, that last cookie was so good. I don't even remember all those other cookies. I'd love to eat one of those cookies. And then she's like, hee 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 hee. Anyway, today, she got one of those in still. We usually do other stuff now. Like me and her, at least today, we had moved on. That didn't come up, that joke didn't come up until the end of the day. The end of the free time even. And she made a pizza. She made a pizza. I was like, nom 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 nom. Without like really saying anything. He's like, oh, pizza, nom nom. Like that was my open, was nom nom. Oh, yummy pizza. And she says, she afterwards she went and she put she went like little fish on it, put fish on it. And I was like, it's got sardines and pineapples or something. I don't know what she said the other one was, but sardines on it. It's like, oh, yummy sardines, nom nom nom. Because like I'm like, sardines are a pizza topping. I haven't tried them. I think it'd be weird, but I'm down to try it. I just haven't. There's not really the opportunity. I'm never like, now's the time to try sardines. So she comes up and it's like, there's sardines on it, and I'm like, ooh, nom 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 nom. And then after a second, she's like, wait, pretend you don't like sardines and pineapple. Pretend you don't like them. I'm like, what? You put sardines in pineapple? I tell Patooey. Patooey is funny. Patooey hits every time with those kids. Patooey. Like a little spit, you make a little spit, you go patooey. Put your hand to the side and go patooey. I thought that was funny. She told me to pretend that I didn't like sardines. It's like, ooh, I was pretending to like sardines. I can pretend to not like them. Ew! Ew, gross! Ew! I can't believe it. It's a cookie situation all over again. I thought we were past this. Girl whose name I don't know. And she thought that was hilarious. She didn't give a shit that I was pretending to not like sardines. I just made the face. I thought that was funny. But ew! She thought I was... No, she believed me. She believed that I liked sardines. She didn't think I was lying about liking the sardines, because I probably played that one on her before. Where I pretend that, ooh, I like bug and sponge pizza. They're all sponge and bug pizza. I love that pizza. That's like play 3 or play 4. That's an early play. Her coming back with the sardines is a late game play, right? Because at first she's just saying like it's stinky. It's got bugs on it. You know, they're interesting. She comes up with a new one each time, which is great. But they're like, it's got doo-doo on it, basically. They're like way more likable versions of the it's stinky. Not maybe not. It's doo-doo is dumb. It's got doo-doo on it, that's dumb. It's stinky, that's funny. And her move this time was, it was just, she believed that I liked sardines. I think one of her parents had said like something like, some people like it. I think she might have asked her parents of a gross pizza or something like that. Or maybe she just remembered sardines. What first grader is like, oh yeah, sardines? And she's not just like middle class suburban white girl. Sorry, there's a lot of them. Their names are usually Megan. Not usually, not really. I don't even remember her name. Probably because it's kind of an interesting name. My town is a refugee town, a refuge town or something. If they ever like refugee people out of Ukraine or some other place, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck. Or in the Middle East. And America is like responsible for housing them for some reason. Whatever reason. Probably because we started the fucking war. But if they ever like they send them to like my town. There's like 4 of these towns in America or something like that. My elementary school is super diverse. It's more diverse than my schools in Texas were. And Texas is like right next to Mexico. Anyway, I don't know how often they're thinking about sardines. Like how often is this little girl thinking about sardines? She's in first grade. She gets cheese or pepperoni. Those are the only pizzas. Some of them like bravely say sausage. I'm like, who has raise your hand if you like pepperoni, and a bunch of them raise their hand. Like, okay, raise your hand if you like cheese. Like, raise your hand if you got some like crazy thing. And they're like, sausage. Like, wow, insane moves to put sausage on your pizza. That's where third graders are, fourth graders, fifth graders. I think that was a 4th grade class I asked that question to. Just boom. Ain't nobody saying sardines. One girl says my mom likes pineapple or something. Most of the kids are like, what? Pineapple? So this girl is handing me a pizza, and I eat it, and then she puts it away and puts fish on it. She puts little like fish on it, not like colorful fish either. They're like sardines. They look like sardines to me. Maybe that's the game. Maybe the game has a pizza one. And there's sardines as a topping. It's funny. And kids like, why is this fish? I do it on this pizza. Anyway, she believed that I liked them because I was like, I don't dislike sardines. She could tell that I was thinking that and believed me. I was like, pretend not to like sardines. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I did that. I did a really good job at that. Because I don't give a fuck about sardines. I haven't had sardines before. I'm pretty neutral about sardines. That neutrality convinced that girl that it was true, that I actually really liked sardines. Because neutrality is rare. And that girl didn't say, ew, you like sardines. Oh, excuse me. Ew, you like sardines? My mom said they were gross. Ah, oh, fuck. Do I have any other stories about today? Michael was fine. It went well, I guess. I mean, it was easy. It went simple on me. The class, dude. For some reason, that school cares about Ronaldo versus Messi. For some reason, that's like the fucking biggest debate in the world in that fucking school. Elementary school. There's a whole class. There's a whole like 2 kids in one class. I'm like that. Those 2 kids are always asking me. They asked me every time they met me. Every time they saw me, it was Ronaldo or Messi. Until they started to remember, which was like 5 times. And I'd say Messi, and they'd be, Ronaldo's the GOAT. Ronaldo's the better. Ronaldo's better. And eventually I was like, all right, fuck it. Yeah, I'll cave. Ronaldo's better. Woo, woo, woo. But in this one 5th grade class, the group that has Michael and Natalie, they're into Messi. They're on Team Messi. So there's like the 3 most outspoken kids in the class. Well, the most like willing to like get into, have fun and argue about stuff for fun. But the class, I had to get onto the class about that hard. They wouldn't shut up. They were yelling across the room, Messi's better, Ronaldo's. I'm like, I don't give a shit. Stop. What the hell? I only care about volume. I'm not, dude. That's always my trump card whenever they like don't like that I'm getting onto them. I'm like, you want me to get worse? They're like, wait. This guy gives us a lot of free time. Wait. Wait, we like this guy. Wait. No, I don't want you to get worse. Like, am I mean? Yeah, like 1 kid out of all the kids who will like, when he's getting all pissy, he's like, yeah, you're mean. And then my response is like, nice. I gotta have at least 1 kid that thinks I'm mean. Alright, you could. Oh my god, Kingsley today. Oh, I'm eating pizza. I'm eating pizza, right? Anyway, Kingsley. Ah, God. Now, there's a lot of kids like this. I'm going to make a list right now. New post-it. I'm going to turn this on. Oh, pizza, pizza. Pizza, pizza. New list. In pen. Big dogs? What do I title this group of kids as? It can't be negative. Because it's not necessarily a negative thing. It's hard. Something that implicates how much they take the demanders. Demanders is good. Demanders. No, and they don't. That doesn't mean they demand my attention. They just demand a lot out of me. Like Marcella is, like, definitely on the spectrum, as they say. So she takes a lot out of me. Like, but I don't really do anything. I just give her what she wants, and she goes away. Usually, because what she wants is not a big deal to me. Like, she wants to play with that one thing that is in the room just for Marcella. Because that's how we deal with Marcella. You just give her what she's not bothering anybody when you give her what she wants. Some kids on the spectrum, you can't just give them what they want. I mean, some kids across the board, really. But anyway. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, Kingsley. Oh, Demanders. Alright, Kingsley. Anybody watching this video who works at the school immediately knows. Like, they already know who I am. But all I've said is that my city is a refugee city and the names of kids. Ah, dude. I'm not saying anything bad. Even, like, Michael. Like, these kids are demanders. That doesn't mean that, like, I don't like them. Michael is interesting. I like Michael. Like, and I've got Michael. Like, I've got a handle on Michael. Derek, I had to call the principal. I had to call. That's the one time I called the office. They sent the principal. I didn't ask for the principal. That's the one time I called the office. And I was warned. That was so crazy. That lady, her teacher, oh my god. No, his teacher. It's too late, right? How many more demanders are there? Okay, I'll use D. Oh, W. M. We know that one. No, that girl's not a demander. There's that trio that's a demander, but I've managed to avoid that. Thankfully. That was the problem with that class. The library is a different room than the computer room. So we're fine in the computer room. Oh, man. Oh, that one guy. I think it's Oh yeah, the other M. Nope. Ugh. God. That's a group. Yep. That one girl. A guy who comes in hungry is not a problem. I don't really care. And the way he acts out hungry, because he's acting, the way he acts out hungry is like tired and mopey. And I'm like, ooh, tired and mopey? Yes, that problem solves itself. Take a nap. Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking a nap. Oof. I love when a kid falls asleep. I don't have to think about that kid at all. Oh, it's hard for me to remember with only the letters. No. Those aren't that bad. I don't want to put that guy on there. He comes in, he's so emotional. But he's in kindergarten. And with this W here, when he gets emotional, it's like really difficult to reason with him. And he's also vocal about it. I'll put him on there. J. He's in kindergarten, and he like the first few times he just came in and he was like crying, not like crying, but he was like head down in the back of the class for like almost the whole class, and that's so easy for me because he just sits in the back. You know, every now and then I come over and I'm like, hey, do you want to talk about it or do you want me to leave you alone? That's what I ask. Kids who are crying or like are sad about, it's not crying, but are like sad about stuff. Usually, I ask, hey, you want to talk about it or do you want me to leave you alone? And I will kind of make them confirm that that they want me to leave them alone. If they nod their head, I'm like, sweet, perfect. Not because they're sad or because they won't bother me, but because they acknowledged it. They're under control. It's got nothing to do with me, kind of. They sort of liked the question. Sometimes you ask, do you want me to leave you alone? And they're like, they don't say anything. It's like, I'm just ignoring you already. I get really close. Like, hey, if you want me to leave you alone, like, nod, so I can leave you alone. Anyway, Jay's one of those who just sit in the back and tell me to leave him alone, and he'll leave me alone. I don't give a shit. Dude, I don't give a shit. W though, W is like he's emotional, like he's super sensitive, and I'm also he thinks he likes me. He like he likes me, so he wants my attention. He played this game with me where like he snuck. I was sitting at my chair or whatever, and he like walked behind my chair, and like he was sitting down next to the chair or something during free time, and after a while he snuck behind my chair, and then like messed with the chair a little bit, like he pushed it or like a little bit. I was like, whoa, what? I think he was just hiding over there. I think he was just hiding there, and he was gonna surprise me, and then I turned it into a joke. I was like, oh my god, there's a ghost. There's a ghost behind my chair. He fucking loves that game. He fucking loves that game. The problem is that like the second time around, he did not wait. He like barely waited. He was impatient with me, and I'm like one guy in his first grade class. And I didn't see that he had his hand up for a while because he sits by my desk. Usually, like, I'm not looking that way. Like, I'm not in my desk. I'm very rarely at my desk. That's right. And there was that late. These are all the demanders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 demanders? That's not too bad. Of how many classes? Like 25? Let's see. There's 6. 6 first. 5. 3, 2, 4, and K. And K. And then there's 4 of 4 and 5. So 10, 18, 24. So 24 classes, there's only 8 demanders? No way. There are group demanders too. For sure. But I've got it down to 8. Kingsley today. Kingsley's one of the hardest though. I've already used his name so I can keep using it. Kingsley is like a good name for him. Kingsley. He's very kingly. He's like the king. He's like a king. He's very... He's very in control of his house. He's in the power position. For sure. But today I made him sit in the safe seat because he was just really not listening. He didn't do any one thing in particular, but he was not listening, dude. And usually they hate the safe seat. I'm like, dude, it's not that bad. That argument usually works pretty well because it's like, I was only gonna make you sit here for like 3 minutes, and then I was gonna let you get back up. You don't have to sit there for the rest of the day, and I'm not gonna tell your parents about it. I don't give a shit. I'm not even gonna tell your teacher about it. I don't give a shit. It's a timeout. And it's like, oh, timeouts are so old-fashioned and stupid. Dude, shut up. It's not about punishment or making them stare at a wall. Look, just giving them a place to take a couple breaths. Michael, when I let him first try, was the first time he was in computer. Well, the first time in the library, he pushed it. I didn't like it. The second time in the library, I was like, okay, I'm confronting this. And he's like, okay. And he's still gonna be Michael, and he's like, you're a mean teacher. You know, whatever. I'm like, I don't give a shit. Nice. Thanks. That's hard for me to accomplish. Do you know how nice I am? You know how nice I am because you walk in and you're like, ooh, that guy's here. If you think I mean, you are in the minority. Oh my god, that's right. That was today. Mia's brother, I don't remember his name. But he liked me because I was nice to him and I gave him cool stuff. But his sister and him are like, they're not getting that much attention from me, and they're like, ugh. I asked him to help me with something. I sent him on a fucking quest. I give quests sometimes. I'm good at giving quests. And they go out and they come back and I'm like, nice. Anyway, they went out and came back and it did not go well. But it was my fault. Right? I sent them where they shouldn't have been gone. And I even took the blame. I was like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I got them in trouble. I got you in trouble, I'm sorry. And I was laughing about it the whole time. Because fuck the librarian, who cares? So what's she gonna do with the origami paper? You think that lady is folding origami? It's origami. Kids don't do origami. Not in any place I've lived or talked to. They don't even have like origami clubs in anime, which come from Japan. They don't have clubs. There's not an origami anime. There should be. That's a good one. What's it about? Is there an origami competition? There probably is, first of all, which sucks. I hope there's not. I gotta go. 8's not that bad. Anyway, Kingsley was like, I hate you. I laughed like that. That was my genuine laugh, and I genuinely laughed. But he said that. I was like, dude, I don't care. I said that verbatim. I said, dude, I don't care. Dude, I don't care. I'm not your dad, Kingsley. I said this to him, verbatim. I said, I'm not your dad, Kingsley. I don't need you to like me. It's not important to me. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I didn't say that part. But I said, I don't care. I'm not your dad, Kingsley. I don't need you to like me. That's not important to me. I don't think I said that's not important to me. Maybe I said, I'm not your dad. I don't need you to like me. And then I went back to talking to the other 5 fucking kids who were asking me to help them with their fucking computer shit. Anyway. He got over it. I don't know if Mia's brother will get over it. Mia is cooling on me. I was like the hot shit. I let her help me in the library. I let her hand out Coyote tickets. I introduced her to the origami box, which is one of my moves. But in the computer room, I don't need anything. I don't need help with anything. There's no books to check in. She's just another kid who like can't help me with stuff, even though what she really wants to do is help me with stuff. I'm like, well, help me with what? I'm inventing shit for kids to do. I had a class the other day and there was like a kid who literally does not get his computer because he was looking at porn or something. And so just for the rest of the school year or some shit, like, which is only like 2 months, but he doesn't have a Chromebook. So I just have, I think that they expect me to just have him sit there and do nothing. Which, I don't know, like who am I gonna, dude, he's gonna come up and he's gonna ask me for a job, and what am I gonna say? I'm gonna say, no, sit there and like contemplate what you did. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. It's funny. How the joke about inmates in prison is that they're all innocent. So he comes up to me, and he's like, I didn't even do it. This is like the second day, which is like the second week for him. Like, I didn't even do it. I typed it into the Google search. He said he typed it into the Google search and then probably showed it to somebody. He didn't say he showed it to somebody. He said he typed it into the Google search but didn't actually search it. Which is really fucking funny. I think I might believe him. Dude. Me and him get along. I don't have any issues with Jersey. Ah, fuck, I used the name. God damn it, dude. Whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. They're not gonna get pissed at me. They shouldn't. I haven't said anything. It's literally a fucking diary. Anyway. Alright, basketball is going to start soon. Alright. Here's what we're going to do. I bought new post-it note pads. This is the average notes post-it note size. These are the ones I like. Well, I have a bunch of different post-it notes. I'm a post-it note motherfucker. I pride myself on post-it notes. I love post-it notes. Post-it notes are like one of my favorite things ever over the last 4 years. Alright, basketball bracket. Oh my god. NBA. Oh my god, fuck it. I'm only doing this part in pen because it's the title. I don't want to put the titles in pen now. And I want to put them in pen, not to make them more official, but so that when I put it on the wall, or wherever I'm going to put it, when I run my thumb or my finger over, oh my god, over the thing, over the sticky part, so it pushes against the wall like you do with tape. If it's pencil, it smudges. But now I'm switching to pencil. Alright, NBA bracket. Right now it's Lakers versus Pels. And I'm having the Lakers win that play in. And then it's the Warriors versus the Kings. I got the Warriors. Warriors. And then it'll be the Warriors versus the Pels. And I got the Pels. That's the Western Conference play-in. The other side is what? Fucking... But yeah, 76ers versus the Miami. And then Chicago versus Atlanta. Ugh. 76ers will beat the Heat, I think. Joel Embiid's going to play really well, I think. And I got Atlanta. That puts Atlanta versus Miami. I got Miami. Spoelstra. Spoelstra is better than any player. Like, in terms of confidence in a team. Maybe I'll do the full bracket later, but I'm good now. This game is about to start. I gotta go downstairs.